This detail is for an F-150 farm truck, interior only. And as far as details go, it's not terrible, but it's still covered in farm dust and it has some staining on the seats, so we'll give it a proper interior detail. I always start by removing the mats if I can help it. It removes most of the dirt and it makes my life a lot easier when it comes to vacuuming. And especially in this case, I love to pressure wash because it just takes that mat cleaning process and it makes it so much easier. For my vacuum, I use a battery-operated Milwaukee shop vac. It saved my life so much when it comes to these mobile details that I don't require power. I can literally do my job anywhere, anytime, just with the batteries I have on hand. It's an excellent tool for the job. Since I'm a mobile detailer, I'm almost always working outside in the elements, but this particular customer had a shop that they let me use because the wind happened to be horrific today. So if the footage seems a little dark, that's why. It's because I was in the garage hiding from the wind. When it comes to dusting the dash and the center console and all those surfaces, I like to use a boar's hair detail brush in combination with the vacuum. I find that it agitates the dirt and loosens it enough and gets the vacuum to suck it all out. I have to be especially careful because the vacuum is hard plastic. It can easily gouge or scratch most of these surfaces, and so when I'm doing this, the vacuum really doesn't touch anything and I let the brush do all the lifting. Same thing on the doors as the dash, using that brush in combination with the vacuum, just very carefully going around all the surface area to make sure all the dust is lifted properly from all the doors. Once vacuuming is complete, I get started on shampooing the seats. I try to do this step as early in the detail as possible to give the seats a lot of time to dry out because they do tend to get quite a bit wet. And I don't shampoo every vehicle, only if it really needs it. This particular truck though, it needed it. Sometimes the results just speak for themselves. With the vacuuming and the shampooing done, the majority of the work of this interior detail is mostly done. All that's left now is to wipe it down with some all-purpose cleaner and dress everything inside. And for this process, I use the boar's hair brush again with the microfiber with the cleaner, so I can make sure I get that cleaner everywhere it needs to be in all the cracks and crevices. Cup holders and center consoles are especially notorious for collecting lots of dirt and dust, and so I like to spray the cleaner directly into there and then use the brush to agitate. Sometimes if it's bad enough, I need to break out the steamer, but this truck isn't that bad. During these steps, it's important to keep a clean rag, and so I'm often ditching the old dirty microfiber and grabbing a new one as often as I can. I try to keep a high standard in my quality of work, but I also have to bear in mind that because I'm a mobile detailer, and in this particular case, literally detailing in a shop by some horses, that it's just never going to be showroom perfect. But with that in mind, I do try my best to get it absolutely as perfect as possible within reason for myself and the customer. Now that the initial wipe down's been made, it's time to dress all the plastics with some Armor All. This goes on all the plastics like the dash, cup holders, doors, and it really just protects it from fading, from cracking in the sun. It gives it a nice shiny, slippery feel to it as well. But because of that, I don't use it on steering wheels, I don't use it on pedals or on steps because it will create a very slippery surface. Once the plastics have been dressed, then I move on to leather care. This is a beeswax leather product that I absolutely love from Meguiar's, and this basically does the same thing. It keeps the leather healthy, keeps it supple, keeps it from cracking and fading, and it just makes it nice and slippery, and I think it smells great. Once the leather care is done, I can move on to cleaning the inside of all the windows. I'll also go through and clean things like the touchscreen, the rearview mirror, the clock, any chrome that's up by the dash or just around the entire interior of the vehicle. I'll also go through and hit it with a real light vacuum again because as I've been climbing through and wiping things down, I've knocked some dust and dirt around that is visible on the carpet. And now that the mats have dried out, they are still not looking awesome, so I'm going to wipe them down with an all-purpose cleaner. And as a final touch, I'll go through with my steamer and hit any more spots that have been stubborn in the fabric or the plastic to really blast them and try to get all the dirt and debris out and gone. At this point, I will go through and clean the exterior of the windows and make sure that they're rain-X'd, and that's it.